Hi all, in this set I'm going to show where I put transducers in the hull. I put in the 2 for the 3D and the 1 for the 1 kW down vision. Also brought the trailer in and getting it prepped. I have to get it shortened, put the bunks on, get it ready to set underneath the boat for winter. I built a picking frame, so I use 6x6 channel, 4-inch schedule 40 pipe, put a little dog leg here off the side, cross member. That there is where the shackle is going to go. I'm going to use some 3-ton picking chain winches there, so I got to get me a big sling because I'm going to put the boat on the trailer before winter comes. As you can see, the trees are catching up. So this is going to stand up, and it's going to be about right over the hood to right where the flat starts, and I'll rope to my cleat to keep it from slipping. And when I get it up in the air, I'll sit them on these I-beams and weld them in the middle, and then put cross members, cross arms, diagonals, off the pipe. I'll put 2 on each side to be safe. And that's what it'll sit in to keep it sturdy. So since I'm getting ready to put the boat on the trailer before winter, you can see I built the gantry. It's all done. It's got a spot, let's see, up in the corner up there, so I can hook a chain fall on each side. I'm going to get a 3-ton chain fall for each side. And put stiffeners on it, feet on it to keep it from tipping. I can pick it with the overhead trolleys and move it up and down the side of the boat to place it in the back. But before that, I got to get my transducers in. So I've cut the holes in. This one here had to have a 3 3/4 inch. It's a 1,000-watt transducer. These are the Raymarine 3D imaging, and they are supposedly good down to 600 feet-ish maximum, 1 on each side. So had to put a 2 3/8 and then a 5/8 for the keeper bolts. So these shoes go on. They fit in these shoes up underneath the hull, and very, very aerodynamic. And these are the nuts and the washers that go inside for tightening on the big 2-inch. And these are designed with these plastics and these keepers. You see the edge on it. So it goes up into the 1/4-inch aluminum, and of course you bed this with a lot of bedding compound. But that keeps it so the stainless doesn't touch the aluminum when it goes through, including the bolt. The hole this goes in to keep this bolt here from touching, and of course mass amounts of 5,200. I'm going to put 5,200 on it. So that 1,000 kW is going right off in here. And I got the hole, and I got it taped for tomorrow. I'm going to put it in, put the caulking on it. And then in the back is where I'm putting That's where the 2 units, one on this side and one on the other side, for the 3D imaging. So I figure better do this before I put the trailer on, because I'd be fighting the trailer, and right now it's pretty easy duty. So I did that. I also built a pattern of the bow, because when I put the trailer on, once I figure out where my weight is, then I actually make a bow receiver that comes up to the black. And in that way, I know exactly where the boat sits when it's on the trailer, plus the forward weight sits up on the trailer so that the trailer doesn't start that oscillation bouncing down the road. That puts the bow sitting right on a form that fits this. And, going down the road, you hit frost heave or a pocket or something, bump. That way, so the weight sits on the trailer, so it doesn't want to start bouncing up and down. It sits there, and it's chained, cabled down here to keep it from wanting to separate. So it makes pulling these boats, and this is a big boat, of course, makes pulling these things a lot easier, a lot safer, I think. I've pulled a few and done that to them, and it just changes how they handle bouncing down the road. So getting close, I got to pull the trailer in and put the bunks on. But tomorrow I'll put these on, get these all buttoned up in place, and then start working the trailer. And then in about 2-3 days, put the trailer on, put the boat on the trailer. I got the front of the trailer put back together. The hitch is on. Like I said, it's 5 foot shorter. That's where the electric pump for the disc brakes sits inside, and it's got a backup battery for emergency. So if it pulls loose from the truck, this is attached to the truck, it pulls a little clip out, shorts it, and it makes that battery start pumping to lock the brakes up. That ought to be a hell of an experience to watch. So I'm just started putting in I would call them the I-beam stabilizers. So they're U-bolt to the 3x3 inch by quarter thick, and then up here, and then they're bolted through. And that's to keep for this in case it wants to try and rock on its way out. Now I'm gonna put like I said, a 8-inch high cut down to 7-inch on the top of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another piece coming from up in there, and I'll put it down to here and weld it to stabilize the wood also. So I'm putting 4 of these down each side to stabilize, so no rocking movement. I don't think they'll go anywhere anyway, but nonetheless. Now I got the modified V on the front one there. This one here I'm going to take out tomorrow. I got all my stabilizers for the I-beams in. So here's the back end where I'm going to put the stiff arm for guiding the boat in. But it comes out to here, so I got to stop it here so that nothing sticks out past. So what I'm going to do, this is a 4-inch by 4-inch, and I'm going to put this in tomorrow right here so it's flush and it's at an angle coming up, and I'll weld it out to that whole framework in there. And I'm going to make it so that the piece, the 3-inch, will go in there with Teflon around it, or UMHW. And it'll slide in and pin, and it's going to stick in, of course, over here and then come up along the side of the boat so that it'll hit the side corner. And that way, when I come in on the dock, I can come in and just easy put a little pressure on it. That'll line me up so I sit perfectly on the trailer, on the bunks, and then go up and hook and then pull out, and it'll set right down. and we've done this before, and it works really slick. So I put this over here to match. I'm going to put lights on the very outside corners. I'm going to put a couple LEDs on this outside edge also for marker lights. Can't have enough lights on these things. And I also added this. I didn't particularly like it, but in case no trailer's on this thing and you're pulling it around, if there's anything that you don't see sticking up, it'll slam into the fender. This is just a rub rail, so that'll offset it. I did the same thing on the other side. So that way it'll deflect anything. So just about done. I got to hook up the electrical tomorrow, put that 4-inch in, get it secured, drop that front one, just hook up a few electrical wires over there. Everything was already done, but a little splice work coming up. And I'm going to go get the wood for the bunks to sit on top of the I-beam. I'll get that tomorrow also. I got the bunks on, and I bedded it with a pliable seal between these because I couldn't get 6x8s here. So I had to go 6x6 and then cut a 4x4 in half. I got two 10-footers. That's the plastic to protect the wood and boat. It's all bolted. 3/8 galvanized bolts up underneath there, and then I used those coated deck screws to put the top piece down, and I painted the aluminum so that there would be a barrier between aluminum and wood, so it'll slow oxidization down. I'm building some flashers, the amber flashers. I'm going to have one on the side right here and then one on the very back, and there's one that goes, it's going to flash from the side. And what I'm going to do is run power. I got an extra wire ahead, and I'm going to run it, bring it back up underneath with the other cabling, put it in here. I'm just going to put a switch on here so that I can defeat it. If I don't want the flashers, we're just pulling the trailer around. And if I got the boat on or going down the road, I'll turn it on. We got flashers, and that makes it legal for 360 of viewing of flashers, plus with the truck having one. So I started raising the boat up a little bit. I got it up about, another 8, 9, maybe 10 inches on the front. Just sitting on the back. I was just using these Acme thread screw jacks, and it lifts. I go and do a few turns on each side, but pretty soon I'll get the boat on the trailer.